Hi, Colin. How are you?
Looking smart and elegant as ever.
What's up? क्या हो रहा है? All well, no?
बस व्हाट्सएप पे काफी बिजी हैं सर आजकल.
That is what. And virtual sites.
Yes sir, virtual world हो रहा है सर.
Virtual sites means because of the property thing I'm telling you, you and me on virtual sites.
हाँ, yeah, absolutely.
Actual sites, hope we start visiting soon. ठीक है?
Welcome.
Just want to fix my my headset. 1 second.
Yeah. Take your time.
Nilesh, we are on record now.
Yeah, I'll start.
I have started it.
Okay, great.
Recording on.
Hi, Chief. Elton. Welcome, Elton.
Oh, looking good. Elton Priti, welcome.
You are on mute. You're on mute.
Thanks, Nilesh. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Elton Priti, for this time which you have given for BCPA.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank Nilesh for inviting us.
Anytime.
Yes.
So it's 5:02 and we'll start in 3 minutes. Harman sir, we can start at 5:05.
Yes, sir.
So you take a call when to start. So I think 5:05 would be a reasonably good time. Now we have
Yes.
about 15 participants at the moment. Overall,
Yes.
we had 24 registrations, but we have also circulated this registration link in our group, and we have a few members joining directly as well.
Right.
So this Galaxy J7 Prime is bestie Gregory Moniz. So you can rename him.
Yes.
Hi Nilesh, good
Yeah,
evening.
Gregory, good to see
Hi.
you.
Nice to see you. Hi, bestie also.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
We're very happy to have you all here today.
Oh, why? What happened?
No, because you are inspiring. I mean, even at the age of 70, you are doing so much. So you are, the topic is relevant to you.
Okay.
You are an inspiration for us.
That's because of all of your support
Good.
and encouragement.
Thank you.
Elton and Preeti, we are ready to be inspired. We are very eager for today's session. We were looking forward to it since Nilesh announced.
Okay.
So welcome, Sandra. Welcome, Veena. Sandra and Veena are working as professors in Viva College in Virar. So we have multi-dimensional participants today, which I will introduce before we start.
Thank you, Nilesh. And once again, eager for today's lecture. Hi, bestie. Good evening.
Good evening, Sandra. It's wonderful to have you.
Yeah. You're nice to see you.
Yes,
Yes,
but I
yes.
can't see you.
Really love to see you like this.
But I can't see you, dear. Your video is off.
Yeah.
Yes. wonderful. We also have Salome. Salome,
Oh.
you'll have to unmute yourself, Salome.
Since Salome has started attending, Deepak sir has not been attending.
Yes. The next generation is taking over.
Harman sir, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 14th online meeting since lockdown of BCBA and initiative of Basin Christian Foundation. 14 online meetings. In this lockdown, we had 9 knowledge sharing sessions. So today is the 14th, 9th knowledge sharing, and today the 10th knowledge sharing meeting session. We had 4 monthly meetings and 1 first virtual site visit. So total 14. So during lockdown we were quite busy. I would tell you in short, the knowledge sharing sessions which we had, they were so tremendous. All of them have given us tremendous support and confidence during these difficult times. Mr. Prakash Almeida spoke on response to post-lockdown challenges. Sanjay Awale told us about the crisis, about COVID and the new beginning. Dr. Harold DeCosta spoke about cybercrime and security. Naveen Gaikwad sir spoke tremendously about how to boost your memory in such times. Advocate Sanjay Rego gave us a lot of important knowledge about importance of a will. Natasha DeCosta about sustainability and waste management. Viraj Almeida about building your brand. Sir Prakash Almeida again on preparing children for the new world. Professor Margaret
Media.
We lost you. So Professor Margaret and Professor Sean on social media, impact and opportunities. And today we have a very important and relevant topic, online health talk by Elton and Priti. So we had this 4 monthly meeting as well from April, May, June and July. So which we conduct on the second Friday of the month generally. So we go ahead with the agenda. So welcome note, we'll have prayer and then a background of participants, speaker session and Thanksgiving and closure. So now I request our member David DeMonte to come forward and say the prayer.
Yeah, good evening everyone. हे प्रेमळ पित्या, आम्हा वसईतील सर्व ख्रिश्चन व्यावसायिकांना बसिंग ख्रिश्चन बिझनेस असोसिएशनच्या नावाने एकत्रित केल्याबद्दल आम्ही तुझे आभार मानतो. आमच्या असोसिएशनच्या पदाधिकाऱ्यांना तू दूरदृष्टी आणि कृपा दे. त्यांना आलेल्या संकटावर मात करून सभासदांना चांगल्या तऱ्हेने मार्गदर्शन व प्रेरणा द्यावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा दे. हे प्रभू येशू, तुझ्या नावाने सभासदांनी ख्रिस्ती मूल्यानुसार एकजुटीने एकमेकांसाठी व्यवसाय संधी निर्माण करून मदत करावी व व्यावसायिक समृद्धी विशेष कृपा आम्हास दे. हे पवित्र आत्म्या, आमच्या भावी पिढीतील मुलांना आम्ही आदर्श बनावे. आमच्या व्यावसायिक कार्याद्वारे वसईची व सर्व सभासदांची उत्तरोत्तर प्रगती व्हावी अशी प्रार्थना आम्ही तुझकडे करतो. हे आमच्या स्वर्गीय बापा, तुझे नाव पवित्र मानले जाओ. तुझे राज्य येवो, जसे स्वर्गात तसे पृथ्वीवरही तुझ्या इच्छेप्रमाणे होवो. आमची दररोजची भाकर तू आज आम्हाला दे. जसे आम्ही आमच्या अपराध करणाऱ्यांना क्षमा करतो, तसेच तूही आमच्या अपराधांची क्षमा कर. आम्हाला मोहात पडू देऊ नकोस, पण वाईटापासून आम्हाला सोडव. आमेन. थँक्यू.
Thank you, David. Harman sir, are you back? right, no problem. Just to introduce about BCBA. It was formed and commenced its operation in September 2016. It has been registered for charitable purpose under Societies Act. Objective is to unite Christian business persons, all those who have got interest in Vasai, and to create possibilities of self-employment for the society as a whole. Any Christian person with a business or aspiring businessman or a student or any person with desire for business can join BCBA. Currently, we have 250 plus registered members. Registration is possible online on our website, bcba.co.in. We have monthly meetings for members, second Friday of the month. And so far, we have completed 46 such monthly meetings. So we have various webinars, opportunities for member presentations. When we have physical meetings, opportunities for putting stall and exhibit the products, various discounts for members, and also sense of belonging. So these are the advantage that we offer as a member of BCBA. Now, just to give you a background of today's registrations. Overall, we had 24 registrations. 13 of them are into business category, 3 professionals. So those who work independently as chartered accountants or insurance consultants or as architects. We have 4 professors and teachers who have been registered for this webinar, and 4 others, so into employed or student or unemployed category. So this is just a background so that our esteemed speakers can relate their talk accordingly. So we have members, Nilesh Menezes, myself. We have Herman D'Souza, we have David DeMonte, we have Pesti Ruben, we have Colin Siqueira, Diana Sat, John Pinto, King Edward, Roger Miranda, Nina DeCosta, Linus Dilima, Prakash Almeida, Gregory Moniz, Dominic Castellino, Salome Gonsalves, Milroy Faroz, and Orwell D'Souza. At the same time, we have guests and we welcome all our guests, Sandra Almeida, Padmaja Joshi, Veena Sihana, Seema Sihana, Velankani Lopez, and Pawan Jaiswal. So welcome all guests and all members. Now I request Besti to introduce our speakers.
Thank you very much, Nilesh. Today we have a power couple amongst us, a couple whom we can be inspired, and we could hear for hours of their experience. And I read about their profile. Elton and Preeti Arana are wellness coaches, and they have 30 plus fitness studios all over Mumbai and few outside Mumbai too. They started their fitness journey together as an overweight couple. Milton was 99.6 kgs, while Preeti was 84 kgs, which is really unbelievable. As a wife, she was concerned about her husband's health, and she started on this journey to accompany him. They are blessed with 4 kids, all through C-section. Before they got introduced to this healthy, active lifestyle, they didn't care much about their healthy eating habits, but together they have lost 38 plus kgs of weight as a couple in a span of 12 months. Members, please give them a round of applause for this. And feel fantastic about their life now with the entire family having good health. Though the situation remains the same with regards to work, home, kids, they as a couple have brought about a change in habits that gave them good results. Today, as wellness coaches, their mission is to change people's lives. Dear Elton and Preeti, I take much pleasure in welcoming both of you on behalf of BCBA, the founder members, the working committee, and all the visitors today. Welcome to this session.
Thank you.
So Preeti, you can share your screen and we are good to go.
Okay. So you can see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to be here and to share with you all. It's already been told that keep your phone on mute and take notes if there is anything that you can share and it's of help to you. Please do make notes. Okay. So she has already shared our journey and why as a couple I really mentioned that I went through C-section. It's to give every woman of the house a hope who feels that once you are, you have gone through a C-section, you can't get fit. It's not about losing weight. It's not about looking good and looking thin. It's all about, feeling nice from within to do whatever you're doing otherwise at home. Okay, so it plays a very big role. So already, I don't want to spend too much time talking about us because I want to spend time talking about how we can help you or help everybody in your family to get life on the right tracks. Okay, so going to the next scene. Now we talk about health. The first question when we talk about health is sorry, how do you know you are healthy? Okay, how do you know that you are fit? Now, are you someone who falls sick very often? Now, these are the questions you need to answer to yourself. Or are you somebody who's very low on energy level during the day? Like you eat food and you still feel very lethargic. You're not able to get up and start doing things immediately, or you wait for a nap, or post lunch you're not able to be active. So you lack quality sleep in the nights. You're not able to have very good night's sleep, or you face acidity, bloating, or indigestion. Now you have sweet cravings all the time. Okay, so you are not happy with what you are eating all the time. You're waiting to eat something tasty, something better, not what is at home. Okay, or do you lack the interest to do any kind of physical activity? Now these kind of things, if you are facing, that shows that your immunity is very poor. Okay, and in this time of COVID, this is something that we really need to understand, that our immunity has to be very strong. Okay, so why work on a metabolic health parameters? Now here as a couple, we do not tell anybody that you have to lose weight, because it's not the main criteria to be healthy. When we are talking about health, it is much more than just looking thin. Okay, it is about not having a great figure alone. Like for men it would be, or for a woman it is much more than that. It would involve a lot much more aspects. A few of them to be mentioning would be having clear and bright skin and eyes, gums, healthy gums, healthy teeth and nails. Hair is healthy. You're not losing hair on and off. You have strong teeth, or you have fresh breath. You have a healthy digestion process, where you're not struggling, as I mentioned in the previous slide, that you're not having acidity or bloating. Okay, your energy levels are good. Regular bowel movements. Okay, so you are not struggling. You're not getting constipated. You have clear urination. Now, if you don't have that, that shows that you're not taking good intake of water in your body throughout the day. Okay, then you're having wounds and bruises which do not heal normally, then you cannot say you are healthy. Okay, efficient circulation of blood or regular body temperature. Is it that every time there is a change in season, you are falling sick, or the family, your household, your children are falling sick? This is what we face. Being parents to 4 kids, one thing that really worried us was if one kid fell sick, by default it was the second and the third and the fourth. So it wasn't very easy for us to manage that. But today we are blessed because we have made changes in our lifestyle and our children have followed it. We do not have to visit a pediatrician. Our children are not falling sick. So that again is very, very important. Not just looking at a very cute child, an overweight child, and you feel, wow, how sweet. It's not that. It is about whether your child is active, whether he's playing, or is it cranky throughout the day. So these things do matter. Then whatever you're eating, do you feel satisfied, or you're not having the satisfaction level? So when you are going through all these things, you are healthy. Now few things that I will discuss here would be things that are not helping you remain healthy. Okay, so some things are concerning your lifestyle, and some things are totally outside the things happening in the market scenario. Okay, so to begin with, the first thing that I want to talk about is the stress. Now stress is something that every person is going through. You talk about a housewife, she's stressed that the servant is not come. Of course, now during the lockdown, we don't have a servant, but otherwise, even if a servant is late, the woman can get worked up. Or you miss a train or a bus, you start getting stressed out. Children have so many weekly tests. It's not like how when we were young kids, we had tests every 3 months. Now it's become a weekly pattern. So children are continuously under stress. Stress of tests, stress of assignments, with the pressure that the parents put on them to always perform well. Now, when you go through stress, it reduces the ability of the immune system to fight off antigens, okay, disease, and that increases the risk of the infection. To add to it, if you are a person who is having a lot of stress, you will also start seeing that it will affect your health. Either you put on a lot of weight or you lose a lot of weight, okay, so you are not going to feel healthy. Next thing that I will talk about is the caffeine. Now, all of us are used to having a cup of tea or coffee in their regular meal, okay? Having a cup or two is fine, but there are so many of us who are so habituated because we need to feel, alert and fresh. We go on sipping tea, or maybe we have a coffee machine in the office. So because it is free, we just go on having it. Now, too much of caffeine in the body is also not very good. It interferes again with our immune cells, okay, and it blocks the T cells. Now, what are these T cells? These are the cells which know if there is any disease that is coming into your body, and it will, identify it and start fighting. Now, when you are having too much of caffeine, these T cells are not able to identify, and as a result, the sickness is going to grow in your body. So, too much of tea, coffee is again not very healthy for our body. Besides, it's empty calories. So if you're having 1 cup of tea, it is almost 100 calories. Okay, I will explain that in the coming slides, but it's, calories which are not giving you any nutrition. It's just keeping you alert, but it's not adding on to any good health. To add to it, excessive alcohol. Now, earlier, we used to remove a bottle, maybe there was some celebration. Today, it's not like that. Mumbai being a place where, every weekend or every week we have some celebration, we indulge into alcohol very easily. Okay, alcohol, I don't have to say how it is affecting your health. You all know it. So that again is, one thing that is affecting our lifestyle. Go to the next. Again, smoking. So here it is not only those who are actually smoking. Here, those who are not smoking also are affected. You travel through the city of Mumbai, you have already taken in a lot of smoke, a lot of pollution. So again, that is one factor why none of us are, feeling stronger and healthier. You will see throughout the year, there are people visiting a doctor for cold and cough. And if you ask your doctor, why am I getting it often? He will tell you, if you want to be away from cold and cough, you need to go and stay in a place, without pollution, which is a little difficult today. Okay. Coming to the next one, sugar. Now, sugar is, it's a saying that if Papu passes, we distribute sugar. We distribute sweets. While even if Papu fails, nowadays we distribute. That's the trend we have come up. If somebody expires, we have functions the 7th day or the 13th day or the months, mind, years. So what do? We think, okay, this person used to like this sweet, so we make that sweet. Or if not anything else, India is a culture, where we have so many celebrations. And we stay in a community where we have so many different types of people around us. So there's a lot of exchange of sweets. Again, sugar, it's not that you should not be eating sweet, but too much of sweets, okay, again, interferes with your body. It interferes with the transport of vitamin C into your cells. Now you may be knowing that vitamin C helps you to build your immunity again. During this time of COVID, it is a must that our immunity should be strong. Suppose you are taking vitamin C, capsules or tablets or whatever to build your immunity on one side, and on the other side, you have a lot of intake of sweets. What is going to happen? It is going to interfere with that, and it's not going to let that work in your body. Okay, so these unhealthy bacteria and fungi, they feed on the sweets that you intake in your gut, again making you unhealthy. Okay, they also lastly destroy the germ-killing ability of the white blood cells for up to 5 hours. So imagine you have had sweets for 5 hours. Your white blood cells are numb; they're not fighting. Okay, so your bacteria is growing even more faster. That is one reason we need to cut down on our sweets. Now, when I talk about cut down on sweets, we are not talking about having anything sugar-free. Okay, please don't get carried away when you see anything sugar free, remember there'll be something that is added to it to keep it sweet. Though it is not directly sugar. And if you just Google it, there are variety of names for sugar. So you may feel, okay, there is no sugar written in that, ingredients. There could be some other name, which is also sugar. Okay, or there'll be a little more of fat percent added to it to give it the required taste. So we need to be very careful. And the second mistake that we make is, because I know it is sugar free, I may indulge into it a little more, thinking it's sugar free. Okay, so what is better? It is better that you eat something normal, but eat it in a smaller quantity. Again, next, the topic I would cover would be sleep. Now, all of us know 7 hours of sleep is a must. Okay, I don't think I'm telling anything that is different. But what we don't know is that we need to sleep anywhere between 11 to 5 p.m. Now, why do we need to do that? Just as one person needs to give his car or vehicle, okay, for repair or for servicing when it is not in working condition, in the sense we are not driving it, we need to actually go and give it for servicing. Same way, your body goes through repair work, and that can happen only when we are in the rest mode, that is during the night sleep. Okay, and the time it starts working, your repair in the body starts working, is anywhere between 11 to 5. Okay, so it is said that suppose you are sleeping at 12 or 1 o'clock, nowadays it's become so common that people start checking their mobiles or go on Netflix, and by the time they go to sleep, it's 1 o'clock. What happens as a result? You may think that I'm at home, I will complete my 7 hours of sleep, so I will get up somewhere around 8 o'clock. But what we don't realize is that you have already missed the repair time from 11 to 1. Okay, so suppose your heart had to get repaired at 11, 11:30 was your kidney, and 12 was your lung. Okay, for an example. Every day, these organs are not getting any repair. So over a period of time, you will suffer. So those who get cancer, those who have kidney problems, those who get a heart attack, it never happens in a day. Okay, this has been working on your body. Your body has been trying to fight it. And when your body gave up, okay, that's the time you realize you have this. So you have to be very careful. Sleep is very, very important for every person, okay, whether young or old. And if we do not follow the right habits of sleeping, our children are also not going to sleep on time. So 11 to 5 is the ideal time to go to sleep. Wake up. Those people who, feel the night there is, like I used to do this mistake. I was into baking. And because I have 4 kids, I used to do all my baking in the late hours. Reason was, the moment I start doing anything related to cake, my kids were all around me, to wait for a chance to, eat something. So I started doing all the baking only in the nights. I used to finish it only at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. It was a wedding cake. Keeping in mind, Elton was a pompous. So I used to get some orders from them. And my health was getting affected because during the day there was no rest. And again, if you're feeling that during the weekends I will catch up with sleep, it's not like that, because whatever is damaged is damaged. Okay, you cannot say it will get repaired. Okay, our body, and we do not have a spare body in the cupboard, so all the more it is very, very important. So all of what we are doing as a result of wrong eating and stress and whatever kind of, like we have Swiggy and all these apps now on our phone. Not only on our phone, you see it on the TV. The mother is dancing, looking at some TV show, and she tells the daughter, take my mobile and order something for yourself and for me. So it is not that a mother will do that or a woman will do that, but the marketing strategy is such that these things have been, shown a lot. So people start following. It is easier to order something, okay, and enjoy food. So either if you tell me I don't go out to eat, okay, it is sometimes people bring things at home. So eating out does not actually mean going out and eating. It basically means eating a lot of unhealthy stuff. And burgers or pizzas and all these kind of things once in a way is fine, but if it's a weekly thing, it is obviously going to affect you and your health. Okay, so these are a lot of processed foods. Okay, and then to add to all this, the second thing that we suffer is that we do not do a lot of activity. Like I used to always, when I started my healthy active lifestyle, I used to tell my coach that I do a lot of exercise at home. All the time I'm walking from the kitchen to the bedroom, and I'm standing the whole day. But that is not exercise. When your mind, your body, and your soul, are not doing what you're supposed to do. If you're trying to, run, like people go for a walk, but they're trying to finish off some office meeting, okay, or some, calls. that is not exercise. So you need to keep yourself totally devoted to that one kind, even if you're removing half an hour, okay? Do it just for that time, but do it well, because then your body is able to get the result better. And besides, people who are in the lockdown period now, we are feeling they're at home, but you'll see they're putting in more hours of work, because the bosses are thinking that, because you're at home, you are all the time available. So many of them who were working for 6 or 8 or 10 hours now are putting in 14 hours of work. So there's too much of sitting, and again, sitting is the new cancer that people are suffering. There is no, activity happening. So these are the things that are, affecting our lifestyle and our health. Now, the things that are affecting our health from the outside. Sorry. One minute. Huh? So we're talking about food and how the culture of food is in. Okay. So the second thing that I want to cover is, many a times people tell me, since we are dealing with so many people and we check on them, what is their lifestyle, where they are eating. So I have many of them who tell me that we eat home food, okay? But still, if I have to ask you, if you are staying on the 4th floor, are you able to climb that without getting breathless? Are you able to do activities without getting tired? Throughout the day, do you maintain the same energy level that you have in the morning hours, or by the end of the day, you are getting irritated, or you're getting tired, or, your patience level go down. Now, why is all these things? Whatever we are eating, like if you talk about multiple cropping earlier, because the population was less, okay, and the people were doing a lot of multiple cropping, the soil used to get fertile, due to this reason. But today the population has increased. We're doing a lot of export, okay. So what is happening? We're continuously cultivating on the same land. It's the same thing. Like a person who conceives, what will the doctor tell the person? Before you plan the second child, at least keep a 3 years gap, so that your womb, your internal body is getting healed and getting stronger to conceive the second child. Same it is with the land, okay? There is absolutely no time for the land to get more, have the nutrition more in it, okay? Besides that, a lot of pesticides. Like if you talk about the Vashi market, okay, if you go there now, you will see, people openly spray medicines on it, okay? It is not like you can actually get anything fresh. And we staying in Mumbai and around, we do not have anything growing close by. So we have things coming from outside, whether you talk about coming from Nasik or just outside Mumbai. So nothing comes directly or is in Mumbai, okay? Of course, now people are getting into that thing of growing some stuff at home, having all these things. But most of our stuff is coming from out, okay? And because it has to be, like, take an example of an apple. If you talk about a fruit, everybody talks about an apple, okay? Apple is throughout the year available. Where is it coming from? It's coming from Kashmir, okay? Now, you imagine if I have to bring something from so far, if I have to wait for it to get ripe and then pluck, what will happen? Either it will rot before it reaches here, okay, and we won't get to enjoy. But whenever you see an apple, okay, you will see it nice and hard, okay. Now, even if you keep that apple for 10 days, you will see nothing goes wrong with it. First reason is it is prematurely plucked, okay. Second is there is a lot of medicine added to it. Third thing is, if you see, most of the apples are now, kept in the fridge or the freezers, and we are getting those apples. Then the way you get the food product home, okay, you would see when it is brought in the trucks, you have people sleeping on it, or cows and not cows, the crows and everything, plus the other market or Vashi market. This is the scenario. You see all these things happening, plus a lot of coloring happening in food. You go to YouTube, I don't even have to say. Now, it is not the mistake of those people who are selling. It is somewhere we are also wrong. We want to see, the watermelon should look nice and red from inside. Okay, we don't want it to look pink or a little whitish. So what happens is, if that person has to sell this, he has to do something so that it is more presentable. So we're getting carried away with everything. It should look presentable. Today, you rarely see a yellow cauliflower. Most of the time, everywhere you see a whitish one. Okay, so all these things are because we want things to look good, and we want to buy what looks good. Okay, so then all these things are being used. Okay. Next. Coming to food handling. Okay. So the way the food is being handled. Now, what we do if we want to go and buy our shoes, or we want to do some shopping, we go to the malls. Okay, we want to buy in our malls. We do not want to do any bargaining. But when we have to buy vegetables, okay, you will see many a times we go very early in the morning, or we go late night so that we get food a little cheaper, vegetables a little cheaper. Okay. Or we feel that if we go to the mall and we see the way it is placed, that we buy from there, those vegetables are good. Let's not get carried away, because before coming to those, that rack, we do not know where it was kept. Okay, what temperature it is maintained. So when you bring those items at home, you will see do not remain for a long time, because there is a certain temperature that it is being maintained at. Plus, the bhajiwala who is there, in your locality, if you see him washing the vegetables, you'll see he does not change the water. Now, when you look at all this, you may not want to eat. But this is the scenario of food, okay? And the same way we are, getting it at home. Then the way we cook. Of course, now we are blessed. I somewhere it is very difficult, I'm telling you, but somewhere we are blessed because now we are cooking. So because we are making it, there is a lot of love involved when we are cooking for our family, and we want the masala to get cooked well. We are doing a lot of care. But if you have a cook at home, who comes to your house, she's not just coming for your house. She has so many other jobs and she's always in a hurry. So what happens? As a result, she's cooking all the food on high flame. Always when you cook food on high flame or you're reheating it, you're already removing a lot of nutrition from that food. So then you are just eating for the sake of eating. That's not giving you any benefit. To add to it, we want to make the food hot. We cook the food in the morning, we make it hot before eating in the afternoon. We make it hot again before eating in the evening. And if it remains next day, again, we make it hot. So continuous heating also is not very good. Okay. Then we speak about hormones, okay, added to our, to the meat, or, to things that are there. We all know the population that we have in India, okay. And if you have seen, we do not have so many hens and so many chickens, but you go to the shop, you will see that it is always available. Why is it? To add to it, if you see a van which is bringing those chickens, you see most of them, you can't even see a proper fur. You can see their skin. Usually these are being injected, and they are baby chickens who are suddenly growing up, and that is why they are looking like this. Now, if you think about it, you will not want to eat. But it's not that we need to eat. So though we are eating chicken, and especially we Catholics, we feel that we eat a lot of non-veg, so we are much stronger. But again, when we are frying fish, we are killing out all the omega-3 from the fish. So absolutely, that fish is not doing any benefit to you, okay, or to me. Again, adulteration, I already spoke about it earlier. If you go on YouTube, there are n number of videos which will tell you how things are getting adulterated, and especially milk is a classic example. Milk is something that is there in every person's house. Okay, so do we have so many cows? Plus, milk is being used to make ghee, paneer, sweets, and so many other things. From where is it all coming? So there is a lot of adulteration, especially during festive seasons. You have seen it, it's already been coming on TV during Diwali and all. When there is a lot of demand, there is a lot of adulteration and processed food. Earlier, when we used to go to D-Mart, our rack used to be full of all this, a lot of butter and a lot of biscuits and chudas, and so our 4 to 6 was the time, that box opens up and a lot of things come out. But today we have, managed to understand that these are again a lot of preservatives added to it. It's not healthy because maida is anyway not very good for our gut health. Maida is something that was used in our olden days to, as glue to paste all the posters. Today, the same maida is used everywhere to make cakes, pastries, pizzas, pastas, and we are all eating it. So our gut health is not very good. Okay. So these are few reasons, things are lifestyle to add to it. Second is situations around, how things are coming to us. That is one reason we are not healthy. Now, why didn't I show this slide in the beginning? Because it's very difficult to understand. Like, when we talk about it, you wonder, okay, why am I always putting on weight, or why am I not looking healthy? Reasons were all those things. Okay. Now, how do you calculate weight? If you know your height in centimeters, like I am 170 centimeters. Okay. So for women, if your height is whatever, so in my case, it's 170, you minus 105. So if I minus 105 from my height of 170 centimeters, it is 65. Okay, so 65 is my ideal weight. I should be 65. Elton, suppose he is 170 in height, he should minus only 100. So his ideal weight would be 70. So you have to, now it will be easier for you to understand what is the weight you actually should be. Okay, that's one simple exercise for you to calculate your weight or the weight of your, yes, and this will also help you know how much you are overweight. Okay, so suppose I'm 65, I'm supposed to be 65, and if I'm only, even if I'm 67, you would say only 2 kgs is not a big deal. Okay, but 2 kgs mean I have 4 packets of 500 grams butter in my body. Okay, 500 grams that we have seen in DMart, those 4 packets in my body, which will not go by drinking hot water early morning. Okay, we have all tried all these stunts. You know, we feel if we drink hot water with some lemon in the morning, we will lose weight. Lemon is very good for vitamin C. Hot water will help you to, you know, keep your throat good. But it is not going to melt the fat in your body because your fat is not butter. That's the first point. Okay. So this, I'm sure all of you can sit and actually calculate your weight. Okay. Now with getting this calculation, coming to next parameter. So why I'm explaining these parameters for all of you to know that you know that you are healthy. These parameters, if you do a BMI, you will get these results. Okay, so body fat. Fat is very, very important in our body, okay, because it gives us warmth, it protects our organs, but too much of fat, like you can see in the pictures, okay. So too much of fat is also very, very unhealthy because even if it's 1 kg of fat, it is going to take a lot of time to get burnt out from your body, okay. Skeletal muscle is the muscle, sorry, how much fat should a body person have? For men, it should always be less than 20. Actually, it should be less than around 15, okay, body fat, that is the total fat. And for women, it should be less than 25. I'm telling you, you know, like the way you have seen my before picture, at that time, I was somewhere around 45% in my fat. Okay, so I have come down way too much now, okay, with the right lifestyle that I follow. Okay, and this fat is divided into 2 parts. One is the subcutaneous fat. I will run through it. It's just a little explanation. Subcutaneous fat is the fat below your skin which makes you look fat or thin. Now this is still okay if you have it. Why? If you do a good intensity workout, if you do good walking, you will burn this fat easily. But the second fat, it should be less than 15%. The second part of the fat is the visceral fat. Now this is something which is very, very dangerous. Reason is it cannot be seen with the naked eyes. It is the fat on your vital organs, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your stomach lining, which you cannot see in your mirror. Okay. Now the ideal one would be 2 to 4%. Believe me, you know, how do you know that this is high in your case? If you're not able to climb comfortably, you're feeling very tired, okay, and you are not getting good sleep and you're struggling, any activity you do, you talk a little while you start getting breathless, it means that you have very high visceral. That is why people who have a sudden heart attack, it has never been sudden, it has built over a period of time. To bring down visceral fat, you have to do 3 things. Okay, so now if you are not following these 3 things, you're surely having a high visceral fat. Okay, this is very, very dangerous. Anybody having more than 8%, it is very concerning also. So first thing, if you're not having timely food, that is proper intervals between your food, means your visceral is going to go high. Second, you have a lot of stress. As I already mentioned, all of us have stress. Okay, so if you have a lot of stress, your visceral will go high. Third, if you are lacking proper time of sleep, that is from 11 to 5, if you are not sleeping, okay, you want your visceral fat to come down. These are the 3 things you have to work on. Okay. Next, so this is a very classic example. You can see 2 pictures over here. Okay, when I was talking about the resting I will talk about resting metabolism. Resting metabolism basically means the calories of food that your body needs. Okay, every person as per your height and weight, your body needs. Now, at the moment, I am almost 5'7" and I have lost almost 18 kgs of weight. So I started off with 1700 as my resting metabolism. That means I needed 1700 of food calories in my body every single day, whether I am doing any work, whether I'm resting, whether I'm sleeping. I need in the entire day 1700. Today, I need only 1300. That means because I've lost so much weight, my body structure has come down. My calorie intake has also come down. So if I need 1300 calories and I'm eating even 500 calories more than that, you will have all these apps which will tell you how much calorie you are taking. But I'll give you an example. If I'm talking about one medu vada, one idli, sambar and chutney, if you're eating even this much, it is 300 calories. Your lunch and dinner goes up to, if you're eating a proper dal and rice and vegetable salad and whatever, it goes to around 600 calories. If I'm a person of 1300 calories, and if I'm calculating 600 and 600 for my main meals, that is 1200, and my breakfast and my evening snack and the number of teas, every teacup is 100 calories. So even if I'm taking 2 cups, it's 100, that is 200 calories. So I'm obviously crossing 1300 calories. So even if I'm taking 500 per day, throughout the month, it comes to almost 15,000. Okay, you will by default keep putting up 2 kgs of weight approximately every month. To burn or to bring down 1 kg weight, you need to burn 8,000 calories from your body. If you go do a good intensity workout, you burn 400 to 500 calories. Okay, so this is just to give you a gist. Okay, don't get carried away. Of course, when I do a one-to-one, I will explain it a little better, but just to give you an understanding that why we are putting on weight. Okay, so now you will know, okay, I'm putting on weight because of extra intake of food which is not required for the body. So just as a person does not know on day one he has cancer, as the body keeps fighting it till it can. Okay, same way, when you start doing anything healthy, okay, you do it for 1 week, 2 weeks, and you see there is not much of result, you stop doing it. Please don't do that mistake, because for your body to again give an indication that things are going well in your inside, it will take some time. So many a times we see people start some plan, they do it for 1 month, they don't see much result, and they stop, and then they bounce back and they put on more weight. Your body is already understanding that you were following a certain pattern. Now it's judging you. Okay, she has suddenly started eating. Is she going to continue for a long time, or is she going to stop? So what we do it for 2 weeks. We don't see much of result. We stop. We go back to our pattern. Your body says, oh, as usual, she keeps doing something different all the time. So body is not going to give you results. So whatever you do, please follow it for at least 3 months, to see good results happen. Next, so why do we eat? We eat not just to fill our stomach. We eat so that every food gives nutrition not just to the body, but to the organs, to the tissues, and to every cell. That is why we talk about people who are not putting on weight. There are some people, they may be eating more than those who are overweight, but they somehow don't put on weight, and we just wonder, they are eating much more than what I'm eating. The reason is their cells are not healthy. So what is happening? Whatever they eat, it's fast in and fast out. Okay. So you need to know what you're eating. Is it giving nutrition to every cell of your body? Now, food versus nutrition. Now, why am I talking so much about nutrition? Food is something that we eat just to satisfy our hunger. Like if I keep an apple or samosa, both the things, if I eat anything, I will satisfy my hunger. But if I have to ask you a question, what is going to give you health? I'm sure all of you know the apple will give you better health. I don't need to tell you that. Okay, but we will still choose the samosa than the apple. And if you know that, how do I know that? When you have a guest coming and you have to order samosas, what do? We count the number of people who are going to come, and we try to call for 2 or 3 extra samosas just in case somebody wants to have a second share. Now let's take the apple on the other side. When we talk about an apple, what do? We bring 1 apple and we cut it into 4 parts. Very rarely you will have a person who actually eats the whole apple by himself. So we want to share that apple. So what is nutrition, we share and we take less. But what is not nutrition, we try to eat the whole. Okay. So nutrition helps in growth and development of your body, especially in children also. It improves your immunity. It helps you to cleanse your body, detoxify your body, gives you healthy aging. That's how you have seen our grandparents and great-grandparents, they were much more stronger and healthier as compared to what we are today. Okay, they didn't keep falling sick it is now. Increasing energy levels and vitality. Okay, so our energy levels also improve. So again, calorie versus nutrition. We see carrot. During the carrot season, we feel, wow, carrot has come in the market. My children don't like eating carrot. So what I will do, I will go and make carrot ka halwa. Thinking ki now, because this is carrot, my children will eat. So at least they're getting good nutrition. Carrots are good for the eyes. Now, where is the mistake? Okay. If you eat carrots, when you're biting and you're, using up your calories, you get around 6 calories, okay, out of the 9 that you intake. When you eat gajar ka halwa, which we don't eat in a small bowl, even if we take a small vati or a small bowl, we'll take 2 or 3 servings. So where we would have got 6 calories and better nutrition, now what we have done in the gajar halwa, we have, a lot more things added, a lot of sugar and mawa and all these things. Now we have taken 600 calories. So now, do you know why you are putting on weight? Third thing, take the next example of a mango. You know what we do? We blame that mango, that because I ate mango, I have put on weight. You enjoy a mango, even if you are a diabetic. Okay, mango is a negative fruit. What fructose you get from any other fruit, you get it from mango. But where do we go wrong? We make amras of mango, we add extra sugar to it, then we make puris and we enjoy the amras. That is one reason you are putting on weight. That is one reason your sugar is going up. But if you take mango as a whole fruit and enjoy it at your 11 o'clock snacking time, or sorry, for that matter, 4 to 6 during your evening snacking time, it is very healthy. But we do not do that. We want to either eat mango with our food or we want to make amras and enjoy it. And that is one reason it is bad for our health. And that's why diabetics, they're told not to eat mangoes. But actually, mango is a negative. Next. Now, calorie expenditure. Okay, so this is something, if you eat one samosa and if you go for a brisk walk of 45 minutes, then you go and digest that one samosa, for that matter. Then, if I'm talking about either one gulab jamun or a piece of that pastry, not the entire cake, a piece of the pastry, and you want to know whether, when will it digest, if you swim for 45 minutes, then you go and digest that one pastry or that one gulab jamun. Now, I am sure none of us stop at one gulab jamun. We want at least 2 or 3 minimum. So, are we ready to walk for so many more hours to burn that? So, okay, so these are ways, you will know that I'm eating something and where is it going? It's all there in your body. It's not getting digested. Okay, same it is, you eat bread, jam or, anything sweeter, you cycle for 45 minutes to burn it. You eat a normal dosa. You need to do a proper, aerobic or proper exercise to burn. That is why we say that you eat good breakfast, okay, but let it not be heavy in terms of extra calories. Let the nutrition be more, but the calories be less. Okay, so one thing that doctors say that, if you go to the doctor, what is the first thing the doctor will ask you? Whether you go for cold or stomach or anything, first thing the doctor will ask you is, what did you eat? Okay, so always remember, half of our disease are mostly due to the food intake that we have. Okay, and our tiredness also comes due to our food only. So what kind of food we eat is also important. So World Health Organization says that by 2020, okay, there will be lifestyle disease making 7 million Indians. Now, of course, it sounds very nice to hear the lifestyle word. We all want to have a very good lifestyle. But I'm talking not about lifestyle, I'm talking about the lifestyle disease. Okay, type 2 disease, diabetics, heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, certain forms of cancer. The only more reason for these are because of the food intake. Now, I'm not telling you stop eating. What I'm trying to tell you is we need to be careful what goes into your mouth. So this is the kind of breakfast that, we all used to eat. We all used to enjoy. Our morning used to, you see Punjabis, they like to have parathas. Catholics, mostly you will see bread is, something that is there with us. Somehow, that is why you will see more of bread, jam, and all kind of things. We have medu vadas, dosas, idli. So these are good. Some of the breakfast is healthy. Paratha is also healthy. But what happens is we are crossing the calorie intake that is coming into our body. Okay. So now when you take so much calorie which is not required, we are not even burning it. Okay. So here when we talk about healthy breakfast, we are talking about something which will give you the nutrition that you need there are around 94 nutrients, okay, different nutrients that your body needs every morning to begin right. That is why you've heard the saying, eat like a king, okay? But eat like a king did not mean eat a big meal. It meant the kings used to eat the best quality food, okay? They used to eat less, but best quality. So here we are talking about that. You eat something which is giving you the right nutrition. And don't just have things which are not going to build up your calories. Here again, I will also speak about, don't get because I eat muesli or Kellogg's, you know, it is healthy. It's not giving you any nutrition again. Okay, so again, that is not healthy. Okay, so the criteria for a good breakfast to begin your day should be, it should provide your body with all vital nutrients. It should provide the body with energy, with, in form of giving you right amount of protein that you need. How much protein does the body need? Whatever is your weight, okay, that many grams. If I'm 65, I need 65 grams of protein in the entire day, okay. I cannot say because I need 65, I will bring a paneer piece of 65 grams and eat it in one shot. Body can digest only 25 grams to 30 grams of protein in every meal. So if you're eating anything more than that, it will wash out. So you need to balance your protein intake in the body, which is a must for all of us. Provides the body with proper amount of water and helps to maintain a normal blood sugar level. So if your blood sugar level keeps spiking up and down, okay, what will happen? You may not realize anything now because your pancreas will give out the insulin to bring the sugar level down. Okay, so we do not come to know. But there will be a phase when there is no more insulin left, and that's how your diabetes come up, and then you're forced to take insulin from outside. So 4 pillars of strong immunity or good health would be mindfulness. You need to have the right knowledge. Okay, we have a lot of knowledge given to us by neighbors, and we read from Google. Google is something you speak. You write side effects of water. You will have a lot of matter coming on that also. So don't get carried away just by Google, because even their matter is being fed by people. So you need to read and know the right information, especially with regards to health. Don't today you read on the newspaper that this oil is good, tomorrow you start using that one. Then after 3 days, the newspaper says this is good, you start using that. Don't get carried away. Next is the nutrition, as I mentioned already. Then sleep and exercise. So if you want to be healthy, you need to have all these factors in place. Okay. Now, what tips I will? I have actually covered most of them, but I will just read it. Okay. So as I mentioned already, 7 to 8 hours of sleep is must. How much water a person needs? Every 20 kgs of body weight needs 1 liter of water. And I'm sure all those who are on this in this session, nobody is in 20 kgs. Okay. So if you're 60, you need 3 liters of water every single day. Now monitor and understand, are you having 3 liters of water? Okay. Then having healthy, meaningful relationship with family time. I mean, the family is very, very important. So trying to keep your gadgets away. Okay. We have started following. Initially, we were also trying to catch up with our gadgets during the time of food. But now we make it a point that, I do click pictures of my food because I need to put it up on my my group. But post that, I keep my phone away and I enjoy my meal, because that's very, very important. Otherwise, you see when we go out for dining out, the whole family is, on their own food, on their own phone, and, nobody's really talking, laughing. 1 minute of anger weakens your immune system for 4 to 5 hours. But 1 minute of laughter can boost your immune system for over 24 hours. And that is why you see children, they are much more better. They recover faster because they can laugh over anything silly. We are a little stingy when it comes to laughing or being happy. We don't really smile very easily. So we need to be happier. That's what is really important. No to alcohol and smoking. Hygiene is very important, especially during this time. And I think this is going to be our lifestyle now, to be extra careful about our hygiene. Meditation is very, very important. It helps you build a stronger inner self, to see stress and face stress a little more better. Dinner, having early dinner, plays a very, very important role because it helps you to digest a heavy meal and give you sound sleep in the night. So if you see when you go for parties and sleep, next morning you kind of feel uneasy because the food has not got digested well. Smaller meals is even more important. That you eat small meals, don't eat bigger meals. we follow this trend of eating 3 big meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Rather, what we inculcate in people is having smaller meals, but having frequent meals. Then nutrition, as I've already mentioned, it plays a very, very big role. Okay, you may do all the kind of workouts and everything, but if your nutrition is not good, you will lose weight, but you will also lose your proteins. You will become weak. So you see people who suddenly start losing weight, they look sick. Because what they're doing, they're only concentrating on exercise and not taking care on their food intake. So to lose weight does not mean more exercise and less food. It means exercise, but with small intervals of food. Okay. So if you can take screenshot of this slide, please do so. These are few things that will help you boost your immune system. Okay. So citrus food, you talk about garlic and ginger. Adding them to your meals is very good. Spinach and green leafy vegetables, water. So all these things, and a little bit of caffeine is good, not too much. Okay, and adding these vitamins, especially the vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C, and E and zinc. Now these food items have to be added. Okay, so please take a screenshot or a picture of the screen, so that will help you. This is something we have learned in school also. Okay, going to the next. Best immunity boosting food, again I've already covered in the slide earlier, but these are the main things, so please include the citrus food I mentioned again. A lot of these seeds, we get sunflower seeds and watermelon seeds, or we get kakadi seeds. These few seeds, they are good amount of fiber. So if you can bring and mix these seeds and take a spoon, it will really give you good results. Okay, exercises that can be done. Okay, basic exercises. You don't really need to go to gym alone. You can do basic simple exercises like jumping jacks, squats, push-ups, mountain climbing, and cross crunches, high knees. These are few things that you can start doing to form good habits, even giving half an hour. And that's what we do. So I'll just share what exactly we do. Okay, so plans that we offer now, as I spoke a lot on the health. I think okay, I'll come to this slide and then I'll close this so I can see you all a little better, and I'm not looking at the screen alone. So what we offer? We offer, workouts that you can do from the comfort of your home. Like we are doing it from here, and we are giving you workouts on Zoom. So we had few people who were wondering, how can I get result? I'm doing workout from my house and it's a video workout, and you are doing from your place, but they have lost weight. In a span of 3 weeks, we have people who have lost 3 kgs and even a little more than 3 kgs. Okay. So it is about, there is a coach who is doing workout and guiding you, correcting you wherever there is a need. So we give you workouts. We give you meal plans. Here again, meal plan does not mean we inculcate salads and, we tell you to go for a crash diet. My question to anybody who wants to follow a diet, are only 2 main questions. Try to follow a diet which does not have a name in front of it. Like, don't go in for Dikshit diet and Anjali Mukherjee and ketos and intermediate and these kind of diets. Rather, diet is eating. So eat healthy. Second, do whatever you do. If you are able to let your child follow the same habit, then I would say go ahead. So if you're talking about intermediate diet, okay, you're going to eat after 12 hours. Imagine you're going to keep a break of 16 hours. Are you going to make your kid do that? If no, you're not going to do it, that means what you're doing is also not right. So do not follow crash diets. Try to, follow your culture. And this is what we do. We understand what is your culture, what are your eating habits. We let you follow them, but we work on your timings and your portion control. So we plan your meal plans in these manners. Then we have post-workout nutrition. As I mentioned, that we do workouts, and post-workout, your body needs to recover. So we do give you nutrition from our end. We also have wellness masterclass. So these are a few topics that we cover: how to boost your immunity, improve your nutrition deficiency, long-term weight loss. Many people are giving you weight loss. I'm telling you, in the market, you go everywhere, there is weight loss. But what happens is, after weight loss, many a times you bounce back, you gain weight again. What is the difference in those and our program? The only difference is we are giving you education. So we educate you so that what weight loss you get, you are able to maintain it. Now we are maintaining our weight for the last 3 years. We have not put on weight and we're coming down, putting on weight, coming down. Reason is because now it has become our lifestyle. Okay. So we educate you. You can take a screenshot. These are the topics that we cover. Okay, we give you webinars. You can listen to it at the comfort of your time and with the family together listening to them. Okay, and we do a one-on-one consultation also. So we understand, and wherever you are getting stuck, so we are all the time there to give you a follow-up. So we are not just giving you a meal plan and then you do what you are doing. We are there. So we are continuously in touch with you. Every second or third day, I actually give a call and I speak. So, this is what we do. Okay, so coming to, I'll just end this one.
Thank you, Priti. Thank you so much.
So, this is how we manage our health,
Yeah, Elton wants to speak something.
Elton wants to speak something.
Priti, you can stop sharing the screen because we see ourselves. Yeah.
So once more, thank you, Priti and Elton. Thank you so much for your valuable time and the fantastic knowledge we all have enhanced due to your presence today. We are really grateful and honored today to have you amongst us. Thank you so much. I request everybody to go carry on with question answers on their personal details. We will send you the Priti and Elton's personal phone number on the website on the group. So some of our members may try to contact you for more details about health. As we are running out of time right now, I will take this opportunity to announce. We have, as Nilesh must have told you when I was off the phone due to my internet problems, we are continuously online with webinars and monthly meetings. Next Friday on 31st July, we have a second virtual site visit to our own new dynamic entrepreneur, Salome Gonzalez.
I think we missed him again. We have a virtual site visit to our young entrepreneur, Salome Gonsalves, next week. That is Friday, 31st of July, the feast of St. Ignatius. Yes, Arman sir, you want to go ahead? Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't know, something is wrong with my phone. So did I announce about Salome? Did you get Salome's announcement about the webinar?
Yes. I briefly announced, and then further we'll update on the group.
Yes. Yeah.
So now I request Diana Satam to have a formal Thanksgiving and closure.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. Thank you, BCBA member, for giving me this opportunity to do the Thanksgiving. It was an informative and motivating session. The speaker, Elton and Preeti, have shared how to improve your immunity, eating habits, and right lifestyle to follow, how nutrition is helpful to you. As entrepreneurs, we need our health and body and mind and soul to be healthy. We will definitely put into practice what we have heard today. Thank you to all the visitors for joining us today. We hope you will be part of our family soon. Thank you to the founder members of BCBA and working committee for arranging such a session. It reminds us that we stand united, and now more than ever, we need to hold each other's hands to be successful in our life, our business. We are individual businessmen, but we are alone. BCBA commits to the success of each member. Once again, I thank everyone for being here today and making this webinar successful. Now I hand it over to Homan sir for further information. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we end, actually we had one poll.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you so much.
We had one poll which we should have run in the beginning, but nevertheless, just see on your screens. This is an anonymous poll, and You'll have 20 seconds to think and post it. So I request everyone to, give your frank opinion. It is anonymous. So last 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we just have 10 participants who have given their votes. But still, we will go ahead. You can see the results on the screen.
So yes, so we have 30% of people who agree that it's 6 out of 10, and 7 is 30% again, 7 out of 10. So that's quite popular. None of us think that we are above 8. So it's very, very, very obvious that all of us feel that we need to take care of our health a lot. And we are very sure that today's session has definitely been beneficial to each and every one of us.
All right. Thank you very much. And Harman sir, I hand it over to you. If any announcement or further you would like to say anything.
Yes, thank you, Elton and Preeti, once again. And keep visiting. Nilesh will keep you posted on the webinars and the meetings we have. You are welcome to join us. And you are, of course, welcome to join BCBA too. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And also reminding you all that we do have our newest member, Nina DeCosta, Healthy Bakes. She makes healthy food at home. So, Nina?
So, Preeti and Elton, as participants, we had Onil Nunes. He is the owner of a gym.
Okay.
We have Nina DeCosta. She is into healthy cookies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. So, I mean, she may also get in touch with you if you can, coordinate and collaborate.
Absolutely.
Then
Sounds good.
we have Prakash Almeida, who is the director and the owner in a company which manufactures healthy oil here in Vasai.
Okay.
Neeraj Almeida.
Oh, Neeraj Almeida, we have Prakash Almeida sir here with us. He is also owner in that company.
Okay, yeah.
So that's it. Thanks
Thank
everyone.
you, everyone.
Thanks.
It was a very nice
Thank
session
you very much.
and very
Very nice.
informative.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody,
everybody.
for listening.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elton. Please, can you post your details on the chat box? So if anyone wants to contact you directly, they can get
Yeah.
your number and email.
Harman sir, you lost in between, but we managed it somehow.
Very nicely. Very nicely. Not somehow. Very nicely. Nilesh, you have become expert now. Expert.
Herman sir. Herman sir. Herman sir, you lost in pandemic world.
My phone first time suddenly switched off, literally switched off and restarted automatically. I don't know. And then I had to log in again with the password.
You need good nutrients.
Door again. I don't when it doesn't open the door again to me. I'll be locked outside.
So Gregory says your phone needs good nutrients and some exercise as well.
And insurance.
Anybody
Yes. Thank you.
wants to share their experience, you can open up, unmute yourself and share openly.
So here Elton has shared the contact details, but anyways, I'm going to share that in our group as well, so that if anyone wants from the group, they can get in touch with you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. It's 6:15.
Thank you so much
and,
for inviting us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you
Anytime.
so much. Bye. Bye.
I'm ending the call. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
Bye, bye, everybody.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thank
It
you.
was very nice. It was very beautiful.
Yeah,